Hey, hi guys, I'm Jitendra Vaswani here. So we are here at SMXL Milan, Italy, and I'm with the founder and CEO of Unbounce, Oli Gardner. I hope I pronounce your name right. Yeah,
You got the name, yeah, got the name right, but not CEO. I'm one of 6 co-founders.
six co-founders.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you share your journey? How did you get started with Unbounce?
I was 9 years ago. Our CEO Rick Pro, he had a couple of ideas. We've worked on and off, the six of us, for the decade prior to that, different jobs, and we'd seen everywhere we'd worked, marketing teams, they wanted to create landing pages. They couldn't do it. You were relying on developers, and developers, they don't want to build landing pages for marketing. They don't care, right? They want to build product. So it was a double-sided problem. So we did a bit of research to see if it was real, and everybody said, yes, we need them. So, we all quit our jobs and started the company, and that's the day I became a marketer, because I'd never done it before.
Okay. So how big is your team at Unbounce right now, and how many offices you guys have?
Just 2 offices. Our HQ is in Vancouver, Canada, and we have a small office in Berlin. So around 170 people.
Okay. So are you self-funded, or you are some VC funded?
We have raised less than 1 million Canadian. So we did some friends and family at the beginning. We did a small angel round, and we did a very small Series A. But yeah, less than 1 million total. So.
Okay, less than 1 million. So what was the last book that you read and it has created a great impact on your mind?
I think it was called the Sketch Workbook. It's by Dan Rome. Basically, it's all about communication and using sketching as a way of thinking more clearly and just doing better visual business communications. And I loved it. Because I said in my talk, I live on a whiteboard. It's the only way I can think. And I had some sketches in my talk, and yeah, it inspired me a lot. And I read about 5 different books about the same kind of thing. And I find it's a great way of creating authentic visual content versus if you need an image for your content, some people turn to stock images or whatever, and it doesn't look authentic. If you sketch something, you change the way your brain works. When you're doing it, you think more clearly, so the chances of you creating authentic and clear kind of visual communications they go up if you practice at it. So I think it was amazing.
Okay, that's nice. So what was the biggest mistake you made in some of your digital marketing campaigns, while it's Facebook or Instagram ads? So can you share?
It was on our pricing page. We were running a test. Basically, I wanted to put a block on the pricing page that was basically a list of benefits. So I put it right below the pricing grid. And it didn't win or lose the test. It just flatlined, which is very common with an A/B test. So we just left it, which is also a mistake. We didn't look deeper. And then 6 weeks later, all of a sudden there's a marketing meeting, and we're like, what happened to our signups? They went way down.
Down, yeah.
And it took us, because we didn't put an annotation in Google Analytics when we made the change. So we were like, well, what happened? And we couldn't figure it out. And eventually we figured out it was because this block pushed, so below the pricing grid there was a not ready to, if you just want to kick the tires, sign up for free down here instead of the trial. So no credit card. That had been moved down 350 pixels by this new block, so nobody saw it. So we weren't getting free signups who upgrade at some point. So we took that entire segment and they didn't exist. And that took 3 months to recover from, numerically, to recover from that dip.
Yeah.
And so the lesson there is everything you change, put an annotation in GA.
Oh, wow.
Because
it took you so long
wrong, yeah, you need to be able to go, what happened on that day? Oh, okay, let's undo that.
Okay, that's a very nice case study. And do you use some kind of social media tools right now for your brand Unbounce?
Personally, just Twitter, and that's the main place we live. Our Unbounce account, yeah, we have Facebook and Instagram as well, but the business kind of side of it really lives on Twitter. That's kind of our main place, yeah.
So what are the next events that you are speaking on right now?
This is actually my last one for the year.
SMXL, right?
Yeah. So,
next year, do you have any plans to speak?
It will happen. Obviously, Call to Action conference in Vancouver. That's Unbounce's conference. But no, I've been saying no because we're expecting a kid, first kid in April. So I'm holding off on planning for the time being.
Okay. So how do you keep a balance between your professional life and personal life? How do you keep, because as being an entrepreneur, it's a lot of hard work, it's a lot of hustle.
I'm like a lot of my role now is speaking, so I travel a lot. But honestly, it's the best thing I've ever done because it's changed me professionally and personally. Just getting up on stage was a huge deal. I was so terrified of doing it at the beginning. I had massive imposter syndrome. I was like, I did not want to get on stage because I lived in fear of the question. Like I thought at the end of a talk, Q&A, someone would say, "How do you know?" But I've been speaking for 5 years. No one's ever asked that question. It was just, it was just unwarranted. But the best thing about it for me is the relationships I make on the road. I'm great friends with all these incredibly talented speakers. When I go somewhere, my friends are there, So it's been an amazing thing, and it's how I met my wife. I was speaking in Vegas, and she was attending it, so yeah.
So this is how you meet her.
Yeah, speaking literally changed my life.
So do you think that family is more important than money? Because that a lot of entrepreneurs right now, they have a fucked up personal life, to be very honest, because I have seen it. So do you think that family is more important than making too much of money?
Money's the only thing. No, I'm kidding. Family's way more important, and your entrepreneurial journey changes. At the beginning, we were pulling 16-hour days every day for the first couple of years. But that changes when you grow and you mature, and now I'm mainly an individual contributor. I advise the marketing team, I write content, and then I travel and speak. So my workload gets intense mainly when I'm coming up with a new talk and I push myself too hard to make it I get into some insane projects. But family first, definitely. Especially now I'm going to have a kid.
Now you're having a kid, so now your mindset is changing, right?
Yeah, very quickly.
Changing. So what are your best tips for landing page optimization? Means what are the great tips that you want to give to all the marketers?
Some simple things, and there are no silver bullets, but there are some fundamental principles. I think probably the three most important ones are attention, context, and clarity. So clarity probably being number one. If you can't communicate, like your value prop, your headline, subhead, and your main hero image, if you can't communicate quickly and clearly in the first few seconds, you're going to lose to someone else. Because the way a lot of people search these days is they'll put a query in and they'll hold their finger down on the command or control key, and they'll just click all the ads, maybe the first couple of organic, open up tabs in their browser, and then they'll quickly comparison shop. And if you don't communicate what you do and why it's valuable really quickly, you're going to fail. So running a 5-second test is a great way of evaluating if you have a clarity problem. So you just do that and you'll get response. You can use Usability Hub, or you can just use your laptop or a piece of paper, it doesn't matter. And just research what a 5-second test is. But basically, you show people for 5 seconds a screenshot, take it down, and you ask a question. And if you get only 5% of people know what you do in those first 5 seconds, you have a clarity problem. And you have to fix that first. That's the first thing you have to fix. And then context, you have to deliver on the promise of your ad. So many ads the reason landing pages are better than your homepage for paid ads is because your homepage is generic. It's designed for organic search. There's so many ads that drive to a homepage, and it's a very specific ad, and then it goes to generic. If you have lots of products, lots of services, and you take them to a page that services all of that material, it's not focused, and you'll do worse than someone else. So message match, having a very tight correlation between what you get when you click the ad and what the ad promised. And then attention is basically removing distractions. So we've got a lot of data on Unbounce about attention ratio, which is the ratio of the number of things you can do to the number of things you should be doing. When you're running a marketing campaign, there's only one goal, so you need to remove all the extra links that could take you away from that page. Internal links, like to scroll you down or to open a gallery or something, that's all fine. Terms and conditions, that's fine. But a link that takes you away from the landing page, we have data that shows the more of those you have, the lower your conversion rate. So
having less of internal links, right?
Less links that take you away from the page.
From the landing page.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the best 3 features of Unbounce right now? So can you share with me?
Ooh, right now. What are we just? Wow, I'm blanking. Dynamic text replacement is great, especially if you're doing paid. You can pass keywords through, and you can decorate your page with those keywords. You can make changes so that strengthens the message match that I was talking about, which also help you scale, because you can use one landing page for 100 ads because you can pass the keywords through. So that's really good for scaling if you have a lot of ads. I think we're just in an AMP beta because page speed is the most important factor.
Most important factor, right?
Yeah, it's becoming a ranking factor for Google, so we're working on that now. It's really cool. They're lightning fast, and we're doing it a little bit different to the way some others have done it. And then I'd say check out our landing page analyzer. It's just a free tool. Search for Unbounce landing page analyzer. You can put the URL of your page in, put in some details like the keywords you're using, your current conversion rate, your industry, and it will analyze it a whole bunch of different ways. It'll use some of our machine learning stuff. So what I should talk about is our machine learning AI stuff, but we haven't launched it yet, but it's going to be amazing soon. But that landing page analyzer leverages some of that. It'll look at it's all based on the copy of the page. It'll look at the reading ease. We've shown that has an impact on conversion. And many factors will look at page speed. It'll look at the size of if your images are too big, it won't just say you should compress them. It will compress them for you and let you download
automatically.
them. Yeah, so it's super actionable and totally free. So I would definitely check that out it's a great QA tool more than anything. If you're going to launch a campaign, run your page through that, and it'll point out. If you're doing social, it checks the social graph, and if you don't have the right social tags on your page, when someone shares it on social, the wrong things will show up. So this will analyze.
It happens, yeah.
Yeah, this will analyze your page and tell you if you got it wrong, and it will say, and it will give you the code to put on your page to do it right. So it's super actionable.
Wow. So how do you fight a tough competition here in landing page makers? Because there are a lot of landing page tools in the market. So how do you survive against this tough competition?
A couple of things. I think our product is. Our target market are professional marketers with a budget, and when I say professional, I mean brands who care about the experiences they're creating. So our builder is the most flexible out there. You can recreate a pixel perfect rendition of your design or whatever you want, because it has full flexibility. So you're not boxed. We have templates obviously, but you're not boxed into using them. You can change or move or anything you want. So it's very flexible that way. So it's very powerful. But I think our number one advantage is our customer success team. You cannot copy what we've done there. They are the most incredible team. The way we treat our customers, we're customer first, people first. That's how we run the business. And we have people who go off to competitors. That's natural, right? And we have a lot of them come right back and say, "Ooh, sorry, we're not leaving you again." They might leave for price or something, but then they don't get the same service and they come right back. And so that's important to us.
Okay. One last question. How's your experience at SMXL right now? And your presentation was really great, man. So how's the experience here right now?
It's great, and because and again, some great friends. Jason Miller was on before me.
Yeah.
We got to hang out, which was great. It's a strange space, interesting, shiny stage.
It looks like a spaceship, man.
Well, Nicole was saying it looks like a
spaceship or something like that.
It looks like a place you'd have laser tag or something. So it's cool, yeah. And it's my, like I said, last gig of the year. So now I get to relax and do a little bit of vacation in Italy. So.
Okay. So thank you so much, Oli, for sharing your journey with me, and thank you so much for being here on my show. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my
nice
pleasure.
to meet you. Pleasure.